Is keto for you? Watch this video to know if keto is your cup of tea. Hi, welcome to Indian Keto Diet, a playlist which I want to share with everybody to know what is keto, what you can eat on keto, and we'll also be discussing about calculations and reverse keto diet. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and if you want to learn more about keto, check out the other videos on the channel. So coming to the topic, can everybody adapt to keto? The answer is no. You can't adapt to keto just out of, say curiosity. You have to also understand that two factors to this. One is the medical aspect. The second one is our lifestyle aspect. I'll also pick up points of lifestyle according to our culture, how Indians can adapt to keto and would consider the same. So firstly, we'll understand who should adapt to keto according to lifestyle. Number one, if you're an extremist and you have really bad relationship with food. Let me give you my example. So one of the major reasons of sticking to keto was not just because of acne or because of health issues. I know my portion size control is absolutely messed up. I've seen that on my cheat days. I've seen that on my days also when I used to eat huge portions of food. And I would not be shameless about it. I would not meet my friends when I'm going out for a meal, or I would go to a buffet all alone and I would want to eat everything. So if you have this kind of, behavior and you have this specific eating disorder, please understand every eating disorder is not critical. In fact, binge eating is also a disorder for the body. So if you have really bad relationship with food, keto can help you. Because when you adapt to keto, it is a strict diet but not a restrictive diet. There's a difference between strict and restrictive. Yes, you are restricting certain food groups, but when you adapt to keto and you plan your meals, you can enjoy a lot of food. You can enjoy a lot of keto desserts as well. In the last video which we were discussing about what you can eat on keto, we didn't discuss about desserts, so that's going to be a separate video. Stay tuned on the channel. Second reason why you should adapt to keto. If you're into weightlifting, if you also go for marathons, or if you also want to increase your endurance, or you are finding your daily lifestyle very, very lethargic, no matter you would be slim, or you would not actually adapt to keto just for losing fat, but you may want to adapt to keto because you want to lift heavier. I lifted my best ever in a deadlift, in a compound movement in the gym when I was on keto. And this is what is proved over a period of time, because the body uses existing fat and dietary fat as a fuel source. So it has enough amount of energy to compensate, but you have to also focus on calculating your ratios in this case. There's a third reason why you should adapt to keto, because of lifestyle issues. If you are in a corporate company and you have no time to focus on your workouts, there are debates about, exercising helping you losing fat. But yeah, exercise helps you to burn calories. Calories does not mean that. Calories do not translate into straight fat loss. At times what we realize is that we are exercising way too much and our body is losing fat or our body is losing weight. But weight loss and fat loss is not just on the weight and as well as your inches. You have to look at blood markers as well, which help you to have a healthier lifestyle. So if you want to healthily stay in ketosis and you have a very hectic lifestyle, it is a great diet for somebody who has a 9-to-5 job or a typical 9-to-9 job, which we all work in India. So your life is half in traffic, but then you want to ensure that whatever you're eating does not make you gain weight, because if you are in the IT industry or if you're in the corporate culture, it can really help you. Now, 3 reasons why you should not adapt to keto. This is about lifestyle aspects, not about medical aspects. Number 1, if you're emotionally low, gone through a breakup, or going through some personal or professional emotional turmoil, you should not adapt to keto. You should give yourself that time to recover your emotions, recover your state, and then adapt to keto. Because when we get under stress, body produces a lot of bad hormones. Must have heard about cortisol, must have heard about insulin spike. Now cortisol and insulin are not bad hormones, but excess of any hormone is bad hormone. So while you are under stress and you're emotionally really low, adapting to keto may sound really difficult, may sound really strict for you. At this point of time, you may need your friends, you may need your family, you may want to meet people over a cup of tea or over a cup of coffee or over a meal. And one thing which we need to remember is that we socialize over food. We don't meet somebody, we don't meet somebody in the middle of in the middle of the road, right? You want to visit to a restaurant, you want to visit a cafe, meet your friends. So at this point of time, I would suggest not adapting to keto. Second reason why you should not adapt to keto according to a lifestyle. If you have seen that you have given up on diets before, or you have given up on keto, you have gained all the weight again, or you are really doing a dirty keto version, which is about not calculating anything, not tracking your progress, that is where you should not adapt to keto immediately. You should wait for a while. There is a way to adapt to keto, which is the first thing is to have some discipline. How do you develop discipline in daily life is by tracking your food. If you start writing it down from day one, maybe in 30 days you will be so disciplined enough that a ketogenic diet can work really well for you. Because when you are on a ketogenic diet, you cannot introduce carbohydrates unexpectedly. It harms your body more than it benefits your. If you have gone through this, accept it, acknowledge that fact, and give some time to adapt to keto. Plan a day, set a target, and try to develop discipline in that initial phase. Once you're disciplined enough, then a ketogenic diet can help you work wonders. Number 3, which is a lifestyle issue, which is very, very subjective. A lot of us will not agree to this. So in my 4 years and plus of working with 550 plus individuals, I have seen people, those who say that I know my body. Maybe you are the one, or maybe let's say your friend or family member who is, with this syndrome, that they know everything. Now what they do is they start researching on Google, they start reading on online articles, and they start understanding what is a ketogenic diet, and they start following exactly how it is. I've seen 2 cases of my clients where they have completely replicated the same program with their family members, and their family members have ended with medical issues. I'm not scaring you with keto, but I want you to tell you that you have to find a recipe which works for you, which is, say, including intermittent fasting, maybe let's say adapting to a ketogenic diet, or you are, taking care of your low carb diet, or there is a workout regime which you're following. We all have to find one way which can help us. So this is not just related to lifestyle, this is also about mindset. That if you think everything which you're going to search around and you know too much about it, or you've read too much about it, you should try to give it a break, give yourself some time, empty your cup of coffee, which is empty your brain with a lot of information, and then follow one specific type of keto. Yes, there are different types of keto according to certain blogs, articles, but what I believe is that when you're on ketosis, you need to find what works for you. So these are few basic aspects of lifestyle where we should adapt to keto or not adapt to keto. Coming to the medical aspects of who should adapt to keto. Number 1, if you are pre-diabetic or suffering from type 2 diabetes, where your body increases blood sugar way beyond, and you try to consume pills to curb down your blood sugar. Those pills are usually metformin, or they also are, say some of the other hormonal pills as well, which a lot of doctors recommend depending upon your condition. But if you're going through pre-diabetic phase, or you have a tendency to develop diabetes, ketogenic diet can help you because it's low carb and high fats satiate your brain. It makes you feel that you're full enough. It doesn't make you feel that you're just hungry all day, and this helps you to also reverse a lot of symptoms of diabetes. At one point of time, you may have to not even consume these medicines. Another key with this is that when somebody is adapting with keto with type 2 diabetes, please consult your doctor, your consulting doctor, or there's a link also which I'm attaching in this video where you can consult my associated keto doctor, Dr. Shambhavi Chaurasia, who's been a client for the last, say, 3 years, and she's been on keto. So somebody who understands in terms of keto terms, and there are a lot of doctors who understand about keto, but if you can't find somebody, you can definitely refer to her also in terms of medical issues. Second medical issue why you should consider keto. If you have PCOS, PCOD, this is especially for females, that PCOS, PCOD happens over a period of time when your blood sugar is elevated enough. At times you may find this very, very controllable with a lot of medicines, which are also from birth control to metformin, which is used in type 2 diabetes, or some of the other hormonal medicines. Do consult your consulting doctor before you start with keto. It can help you reverse your PCOS, PCOD symptoms and gradually and slowly help you adapt to keto, which can be really helpful in losing weight, which can be really helpful in getting your periods on time. And this is proved by a lot of studies how keto has helped in these lifestyle diseases. Third medical reason why you should adapt to keto. If you have autoimmune disorders, especially when you have thyroid, hypothyroid, keto can help you because it's a different metabolism. You're changing the fuel source for the body, and this will help you reduce brain fog, mental fatigue. That weight gain can also be controlled. In fact, you can also lose fat while you're on keto and you have, say, hypothyroidism. With this, it also helps in certain medical aspects such as epilepsy, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, which is already proved by a lot of doctors, a lot of studies as well. So these are few medical reasons why you can adapt to keto. Leaving aside the aspects about fat loss, leaving aside the aspects about how you can benefit from keto, which I've covered in the previous videos. So definitely check it out to know who can adapt to keto, what are the benefits of adapting to keto. Now coming to the second part of the second part, which is about who should not adapt to keto due to their medical issues. This list is really long and this list is very, very debatable. Number one is somebody who is suffering from type 1 diabetes. In type 1 diabetes, a ketogenic diet can be really harmful for you. It can be fatal in fact, because for somebody who has type 1 diabetes, they're injecting insulin. In that case, ketogenic diet is not for you. Number two, pregnant mothers or nursing mothers. You should leave keto in the first trimester if you are on a ketogenic diet and you get the good news.
Hey.
But if you're nursing for the first 6 to 8 months, do not adapt to keto. Try adapting to keto once your baby is dependent on some solid food, and ideally when your breastfeeding is completely over, that is when you're safe to adapt to keto. Keto doesn't have any kind of adverse effects, but there are studies which emphasize that the development of the baby or the mother needs some carbs to ensure that this process is smooth enough. Third reason why you should not adapt to keto. This is a very debatable topic, but you should not adapt to keto if you're suffering from clinical depression or anxiety. Finish your medicines and then adapt to keto after consulting your doctor, because when you start with keto immediately, such a strict diet can also affect your mental status. Why is that so? Because all our hormones are controlled with the food which we eat. When we eat some good food, we feel happy, right? So that way, when you're adapting to keto initially, that phase can be really, really difficult for you. If you're suffering from clinical depression, consult your doctor before you adapt to keto. Number fourth medical reason why you should not adapt to keto. If you have a history of gallbladder disease, if you have a history of kidney stones, if you have a history of pancreatitis, if you have muscular dystrophy, in these cases, please consult your doctor before adapting to a ketogenic diet. Don't jump into keto. Try understanding what was your history, what exactly happened with you, what medicines are you on, and also read more about those medicines. Understand it with your doctor. Don't just Google search those medicines, because you'll find a lot of reviews about it and they're very generic reviews. They're not meant for you. Fifth reason why you should not adapt to keto: if you have a surgical history of any of the vital organs, consult your doctor before adapting to keto. Check your blood reports, get your annual health checkup or get your full body checkup, and then only adapt to keto under professional guidance. Now, when we have understood who should adapt to keto and who should not adapt to keto, I hope this is clear, but we'll also understand that fats and carbohydrates are not great friends together. You should not be in and out of keto. You should not be eating high fats with carbohydrates, because carbohydrates are easier for the body to digest. Fats are at the back burner, body is going to start storing it. Yes, we need to consume good fats on keto, and this also helps in other issues such as cholesterol issues, reducing triglycerides, losing fat, and there are debates also which say that you should not continue keto for 2+ years. It is important for you to place a reward day, a day when you switch off keto, get on carbs, or a week where you are giving yourself a break. We'll also be discussing about it in the coming videos, that how do you place it. But the next video is more interesting than what you can think about. I'll be discussing about what kind of keto calculations you should do. There are two approaches to it. One which you know about, BMR calculation, calories counting, carb counting, applications. But there's another way to adapt to keto. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. If you share this video, somebody who was trying to adapt to keto, somebody who has these kind of medical issues, it can help them really. But my personal suggestion is that keto is not for everybody. But if you're eligible to adapt to keto, try it at least once in your life, and try to focus on the idea of reverse dieting, which will also be covered in the coming videos. I hope this video is resourceful enough. Comment below your views about keto, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel pressing the bell icon. This is Rahul Kamra. See you.